Alrighty, good morning, people. This is another session of me practicing Leetcode. I'm not great at them. I don't expect to ever become great at them, but I'm hoping to become good enough to get a job. Because that's how you get jobs, is by being able to do Leetcode. Doesn't matter if you're a good engineer or not. It has nothing to do with you getting hired. It matters how good you are at Leetcode. So I'm going to try and get better at Leetcode because it's not something I do in my day-to-day because it has nothing to do with the actual work of being a software engineer. But I will stop ranting about that for now. I have a timer here for 45 minutes. I just discovered this actually on Leetcode. You can randomly select a challenge. As you can see, I've done a few of these. I did this one, I think last week or the week before. I've attempted some of these, but like mostly not. So the companies I'm interviewing for tend to give you Leetcode medium challenges. So I'm going to start the timer, and then I'm going to randomly pick a medium Leetcode challenge, and I'm going to try and get through it as best I can, and just we'll see where we wind up. It'll probably be entertaining for you, I hope. I'm doing this so that I can practice doing it on screen in front of the judgment of strangers. So with further ado, I'm going to start the timer, and I'm going to pick a challenge. Okay, previous permutation with one swap. Okay, given an array of positive integers, not necessarily distinct, return the lexicographically largest permutation that is smaller than array that can be made exactly with one swap. It cannot be done, and return the same array. Wow, okay. Note that a swap exchanges the positions of two numbers for I and j. So example, okay, 3, 2, 1, output 3, 1, 2. Swapping 2 and 1. What? Hang on a second, I have to, it's hard for me to, if I'm saying it, I'm not thinking it, so I need to process this quietly for a second. The largest permutation that is smaller than array. I don't understand this challenge at all. So 3, 2, and 1, output is 3, 1, 2, swapping 2 and 1, but how is that okay? Input 1, 1, 5, output 1, 1, 5, smallest permutation. So what does it mean? The largest permutation that is smaller than array with maybe exactly one swap. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. I don't understand what swapping accomplished here. Smallest permutation. I don't even understand the challenge. 1, 9, 4, 6, 7. 1, 7, 4, 6, 9. Swapping 9 and 7. What? I genuinely don't understand what this is asking me to do. The lexicographically. An array is smaller than array B at the first position where A and B differ. Array A has an element that is less than the corresponding element in B. If the first smallest A and B elements do not differ, then the shorter array is the lexicographically smaller one. What? I truly don't understand what this is asking me to do. So, like, let's see. Should give me some test cases here. Yeah, I know there's nothing here. Okay. Oh, well, it's the ones that, sure. Is there anything more in this? Because this doesn't. Why the smallest permutation. Okay, I think that this is... I'm going to go back because this is... I've already failed this, basically. Because I don't even understand what it wants me to do. It's so abstract that, like, I don't get... Like, I'm definitely not going to get through this if I don't understand what it wants me to do. I've already wasted 4 minutes on that. So I'm going to try again. See? Embarrassing myself in front of the internet. That's what this is all about. For your entertainment. Pick one. Okay. Really? I don't wanna. Okay, stop, restart. Okay. The Bulls and Cows game. What is the Bulls and Cows game? It's code breaking. Mind or paper and pencil game for 2 or more players. Okay, well, let's just go back to here for a second. You write down a secret number and ask your friend to guess what the number is. When your friend makes a guess, you provide a hint with the following info. Number of bulls, which are digits in the guess that are the correct position. Number of cows, which are digits in the guess that are your secret number, but are located in the wrong position. Specifically, non-bull digits in the guess that could be rearranged such that they become bulls. The hell is this question? Given the secret number secret and your secret friend's guess, return the hint for your friend's guess. The hint should be formatted as XAYB, where X is the number of bulls and Y is the number of cows. Note that both secret and guess may contain duplicate digits. Okay. For example, this. 1807 and 7801. I'll put 1A3. These are terrible questions. Bulls are connected with a pipe and cows are underlined. Okay. Oh, okay. So this matches up to here. I see that. Okay. Secret and the guess. Okay, so it's like a diff. I think it's like the idea here is to calculate a diff of sorts. Okay, so what would output would be 1A3B. What does this format mean? X is the number of bulls and Y is the number of cows. Bulls, correct. Cows. Number of cows, which are digits in the guess that are your secret number, but are located in the wrong position. Specifically, non-bull digits in the guess that could be arranged as... Wow, alright. I'm definitely going to struggle through this. Okay, so I'm trying to understand how this output makes sense here. So 1A, so XA, so there's 1A. Okay, so A and B are, I guess, static parts of this response. Same here. I'm not sure why it's A and B, not cows and bulls, but whatever. So bulls are connected with I. Oh, I see. Okay, so 1A, 3B. Is that because none of these are correct? Alright. Why is there no cows? Bulls, correct. Number of cows. Okay, in the wrong position. Okay, so B, if it's in there but in the wrong place. Okay. Okay, so for this one, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 1, 1. So this matches up. So this would be A1 and 1B because this is in 1 here. And this isn't, well, I guess either of these would really work. Note that only one of the 2 unmatched ones is counted as a cow since the non-bull digits can be rearranged to allow for one to be a bull. Alright, well this is something else. It's a really abstract thing. It's better than the last one though. Okay, so let's just try and work through this. This is gonna go poorly, I think. Gotta think about how to process this. So, the most naive way that I can think of to do this is to just loop through a bunch of times, which is obviously pretty gross, but like with any of these things, I like to start out with the brute force solution that should work, even if it's inefficient and ugly and silly, and then we can, once we have something functional, then we can improve, because then it gives us a frame of reference. So let's do this. Number of bowls. So I'm going to do let bowls. This terminology is really confusing. Let cows. Okay. So I wonder if we need to account for the fact that okay, so these are true. That's what I was curious about. So we can just loop through all of the things in guess. So const. Now I want to do just loop through the string, I guess. I forget if I can treat the string as an array for the purposes of before, but for let I equals 0, I less than secret dot length I plus plus. Okay, so I want to see if, so first let's focus on the bowls, right? Then we're going to put this together in chunks. If, I just keep it real silly here, bowls, sanity check for a second. Right? Okay. Good. If bowls sorry, wrong one. Secret. Guess. I. Then we do, I guess, so a bowl is that, God, it's very confusing terminology. This is not helping me at all. So bowls, plus plus. This is not the complete thing. So I want to do const. This is going to be call it output for now. Oops. Sorry for my terrible typing skills. So this weird format is going to be what was it? A and B. $A. B. This is going to be, I suppose, bulls and cows. Let's see if I got the bulls correct. The cows are going to be a bit more challenging. This will obviously fail. I just want to see what it does, see if I'm on the right track at all. Oh, because I have to return it. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm on the right track with that. That's good. Case 2. Okay, so I've got the right, I'm in the right headspace, it seems. So now we gotta do the cows. This is where it gets a bit more interesting. So I want to see, what's a good way, basically I just want to see if this is not the case. We want to see if the thing at secret I is in guess at all. Right? So, I'm trying to think if I want to, use a regex for this sort of thing. You almost never want to use regex in these sorts of things, is what I've learned. I mean, it would work, but I'm going to. Usually it's leading down the wrong path. So I'm going to go for, I'm just going to do a brute force 4. For let j equals 0, j is less than, why not go with guess, because they're the same, but it's fine. same length, but which is very helpful because that'd be really annoying. If I want to do if secret I equals j guess at j, and we can do cows plus and then break. I think this is, let's see if this does. Hey, look at that. That's fun. I'm not immediately thinking of any weird edge cases that this would break down at. Let's just see what happens when I submit it and see what happens. Like, I need some more test cases here. This is interesting. Okay, so use test case. This is how this usually goes. So I'm gonna run this again. Gonna get some more samples. The off to a decent start, I think, given the weirdness of this question. Now, why does this fail? Expecting 0B. So, okay. Interesting. So I think we have to have an exception case here. So the B is failing. The cows. I hate this terminology, it's making things so hard. Because this, let's get into here, right? Visualizing this in my head. Okay, so that's a cow, or a bull, and this is a cow. Okay, so it doesn't want to do that. Interesting. So we have to find some way of like backtracking or preventing, reevaluation of this sort of previous bulls. So this is weird, but I'm gonna try something here. Bull IDXs, indexes, then bull IDXs, x's, this is gonna be I. Oh, you know what? I want to do that. I can just do a map. So this could be equals true. Sure. And make sure that J is not in bull ADXs. I think that's what I want. Let's try that again. So it's keeping a hash of all the things that it's visited. Okay, let's submit that. Let's see what happens here. Wrong answer. Let's see what this is. Use test case. And then run it again to get a better view of this thing. Isn't that? Oh, weird. This is such a weird question. I don't know how they come up with these. I really don't. So, 1A, okay. But these should match, or the bulls. Is it that, does this have to be I? Honestly, in practice, I just I twiddle things to see if I start to see a pattern. That helps me debug stuff a little bit. Because no, I didn't think so. I thought it was J. Just making sure. I like that solution though. It's nice and tidy. It's always these cows, which is B, which is again very confusing. Bulls and cows. This game isn't fun. Isn't even a game if it's not fun. 1A, 1B. Why is this? Why is cows 0? So break. This one works. Why doesn't this one work? This is not obvious to me. So, okay, so these should have the same output, but they don't. I see. Why is this getting a cow? I'm trying to visualize this in my head. What does a diff do? I don't know what this does. Oh, okay, that's handy. Thanks, Leetcode. You've ruined this industry. The least you could do is give us a handy diff. So this is a cow. Oh, no, because that's a bull. Oh, right, because it hasn't gotten there yet. Wait. Nope. It should have... Right? Same output. Okay, so... 1, 0. It's one of those things where I've been looking at too long. You do like look away for a second, sort of reset my brain. This happens. This is my challenge with because I get hyper focused and I start like I can't see the big picture. So looking away for a second, look at the wall for 5 seconds, and try and come back with a fresher perspective. So cows. We expect 0 cows. Are we sure there's no cows? Okay, because this should not be matching against this, but it is matching against that. So for the first round, for the first thing here, so this is not the case, so it's following through to here. So for J, I think it's because it's counting backwards, that would just reverse the problem. Sometimes reversing the array helps, but I don't think that's the case here. Reversing the iteration. So if this is true, and it's not already in here, I wonder if it makes sense to loop through this whole thing, break it up into 2 separate passes. Let's try this. I think because this thing isn't we need to basically pre-process the bull indexes. Yes, let's try this again. So first off, copy this here. So then, copy this. I think I'm starting my clipboard. I'm used to Vim. Okay, let's try this. Okay. And then we can do theoretically, thinking that this might work. Let's see. This has got to pre-populate that hash. Hey, look at that. Now let's see what happens. Man, this thing is mean. Okay, but we're still. I think we're on the right track here. We're getting through it. I think the 2-pass thing makes sense here. This is O of 1. No, it's O of n squared because it's a double. It's looping through things twice, or in a squared fashion. Okay, so use this test case. That's weird. It's always the cows that give me trouble here, which is confusingly called B. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Are there any bowls in here? I'm not even seeing a bowl. Oh, wait, there's no bowls. The cows. Okay, so I think there's 2 cows, but there should be 1 cow. 1. Okay? So we're pre-populating here. So we have that. That's good. I want to see what's in here, just a sanity check. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in our bull indexes. Should there be? No, there shouldn't, because there's no matches. Okay, that makes sense. So cows. Okay, because it's double counting the things in the secret. So, what? Alright, so we've got a problem with double counting. Maybe I have to keep a map of, like, used guesses? So, okay, how about this? Cow values? I renamed this. Can I rename it? I can't. Okay, well, I renamed this a number of cows, something like that. No cows. I don't feel like dealing with this right now. So, similar map kind of idea here. So, this is going to be cow values. This is terrible names for variables. This is going to be guess ij equals. Oh, what? Yeah, true. Yes. Okay. Good. And guess J. Starting to get really convoluted here. It starts to get kind of out of control. In cow values. Right? That doesn't feel right, but let's give it a try. Let's see what it shows us. Hey! It did work. That's awesome. Well, let's try submitting it. It's going to be slow because I have the console log in there. Use the test case. This is getting... This is what I hate, is that, like, it just starts getting very hard to follow because it's all just... Well, it's all pure logic, and it gets hard to, like, parse it out mentally after a while because there's so much going on. It's all exploratory, too. I don't think this is right. I don't quite think... There's something about this case here that feels wrong. I'm going to reformat this a little bit so it's easier for me to work with. Hello to everybody watching. Alright, so... If I get rid of this case, causes this... If I get rid of this condition, it causes this case to fail. But I thought, why does this work exactly? Secret and guess. So, I would think that there'd be 2 bulls. Or 2 cows. Hmm. What do I do in 2211? I feel like I'm probably going down the wrong path if I've gotten this far and it's not quite working yet. Although I generally don't understand how this is 4B. When? Oh. This cares about the position. Okay, so let's go back to the requirements here. This is confusing as hell. Digits in the guess that are in your secret number but are located in the wrong position, specifically the non-bold digits in the guess that could be rearranged such that they become bowls. I think this is the kind of the key point here, because this could be rearranged so it's all bowls. So I have to rethink my overall idea here, because yeah, I know I'm going down the wrong track with this thing. Non-bold digits that could be rearranged. So this is all wrong, I think. I'm trying to think, like, just conceptually how I could tell that if it was in the right position. What? Ah! I think I need to reevaluate how I am counting the bowls here. I think I want to so I'm looking at this. I'm almost thinking like I want like build sort of like a mask string, for lack of a better term, based on the characters that I'm given. I want to change how I'm thinking. I want to change the approach for this thing. So I think this is probably fine. I want to build a sort of a mask. So let's try this. Let's be a bull mask. I can call it mask. This is silly. This is just a string. Okay. And I'm trying to think, I've got a half thought in my head as to how this should all work. So I'm looking at, where was it? This one that's kind of making me think this way. So what I want to do is something real silly. Hang on, thinking. I've got like a half a thought in my head and I'm struggling with the other half. Basically like build up a string full of the cows. Because if we look back at the thing that's failing. Okay, so using this as an example, we have 4 bowls. So we could really curious if we can get, okay, digits only, that's good. All right, so I want to do this. Gotta play with a few ideas in my head. Guess copy. I hate the Leetcode editor. I hate everything about Leetcode. It's a curse on humanity. Okay, so I'm trying to build up this mask of. I just want to go through everything that's in guess and see if it's in secret. Right? I'll have to check to see if it's not already been evaluated. Well, first off, we don't want to, I think we want to keep this condition here, this check. Because we don't, wait a second. I'm trying to think of like a working, like a buffer to work with this in. Struggling to visualize this. I want to go, just going with an idea for a second. I'm not going to do the same condition, but I think what we need to do is something a little bit different than we had before. Okay, so we're going through the secret, going through the guess. And I think what we want to do here is set the value here. So basically guess copy J equals something or X. So partial thought here, not done here yet. I'm going to put a ternary here. I'm just trying to think what the condition should be. If it equals, I think, so if actually I think what I want, okay, I think I'm going down the, hang on, working on something here. Please hold. I know this is obviously wrong, I'm not done yet. Just trying to get things out of my head and into the editor. I think I had this flipped. So now I want to see, Just want to see if this is building the string up sort of like how I've got in my head. This is obviously not correct. I just want to see what it's doing so far. Standard out 2211. So I think what we'd want, anything that's not an X is a cow, basically, is my thinking. This is not correct because, yeah, because that makes sense. I goofed this up. Hang on a second. I feel like this should be doing something though. Just sanity check that I didn't screw up something fundamental here. Here, I should print this out a bunch of times. Okay, so it's looking through this, I thought. That's what I wanted. Guess copy. Secret. Guess I. How are these equal? Oh. Because I'm silly. Let's try that again. Two, 1, 1. I'm still not doing what I want. It's not writing any secret I, guess length J plus plus, guess copy J. So it's one of those things where it's always hard to do it in the moment. Like I could think about this and like walk away with a better idea, but like that's not how interviews work. You have to just do it performatively on the spot. And some people can do that, and I struggle with that, which makes this very frustrating. I just flip this up. So it'd be all X's. I'm confused as to why it's out. It's just writing. Why this is always evaluating true. That should not be the case. Secret I equals guess J. I'm just gonna want to make sure. Console log, like I find this odd. I gotta say. I think I'm missing something fundamental here. Yeah, but they're not the same. Guess copy. What am I overlooking here? Oh, because getting overwritten each time. I think that's part of it. Okay, I need to like... I've clearly gone on a weird path here. Let's go back for a second. This is such a weird challenge. I'm not a fan. kind of have to get back to basics for this basic idea here. Like I can see it. I can look at it intuitively and know like why this is for cows, but I'm struggling to think of like in a algorithmic sense how this would work. So trying to like just work through the guess here, like in my head, just talking it out. So 2 would found a 2. Okay, that's 1 2 2 found another 2. Okay, so but the challenge is knowing that is not hitting this guy. Or trying to think of some sort of elegant way that's not completely contrived. So, found this 1 2, and it goes up to here. Should it then start here again? So I wonder if it's sort of like a kind of like a red-black tree, or just sort of or a skip list, where like it starts from here. Is this a skip list challenge? It's very annoying. So I think the idea is to then start. Okay, well, I'm not gonna have enough time to finish this thing, so let's try this thing. I'm just gonna see how far I get in the. See if I can speed code this thing. Okay. So I think this is leading me towards a skip list, is the idea. Cow skips. So what I don't want this thing. I don't want this thing. Cow skips. So the key for the cow skips is going to be the value, right? And that's going to be the current J. Okay. So I think what we want is something like this. Basically see if it's in there. If not, oh shoot. Nope, that won't work. Because we don't have J yet. Okay, I think this is a skip list challenge. So how I want to start off basically like because the skip list, we want to start off like the last relevant place. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Got an idea. It's nascent. It's a nascent idea. So I do think we want to have something like to fall back to 0 here, but there's something that we want that's going to be cow skips. And this is gonna be, I think, secret I, maybe? Maybe guess I? No. Trying to reinvent a skip list on the fly is challenging. I know I failed this challenge, but it's okay. It's a good practice. Let's try guess I. Guess I is a guess. Very meta. Cal values is not. Oh, because right, that's not a thing I care about anymore. I made it worse, and I'm out of time. Alright. Well, that didn't go great. These things suck. Yeah, I didn't like this challenge. This is a weird one. I'm thinking we want to have like a skip list, like determine that like we started a cow. Like with all things, I'll probably have a better solution once I like stop looking at this thing and then like walk around and talk about it to myself. Oh, there's comments. What do people say?
It's very small on my screen. Regex is for cowards. Oh. Well, on my screen, it's very hard to see the actual chat on my screen, but thank you for trying to help me. This I would not get actual help. I hated this challenge. This stuff, like, yeah, it doesn't compute in my brain for a 45-minute challenge. I need to walk around and think about it. But that's just how I'm wired. So, thank you for watching me struggle. I didn't enjoy any of this, but this is the torture that we put our peers through because it gives people it makes people feel better that they can solve this stuff where so other people can't, despite the fact that they may or may not be able to actually build really good software. I will always hate Leetcode challenges. I will always struggle with them. That's a bummer, but thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching my practice. Hopefully I'll get a job. Who knows? But with that, happy Monday, and